Welcome to our Infamouz lifestyle channel and another day of Vlogmas. For you guys that have been keeping up, we've been posting on a daily basis, all thanks to Full Rest. He's really been hammering down and getting these videos out there for you guys. So we've been doing the whole Vlogmas for all the month of December, and I think we've been doing pretty good. You know, been busy as can be, you know, multiple bikes, multiple videos, multiple content. So it's just kind of been keeping up with him, and he's kind of been keeping up with us. So I think it's working. I want to say we're somewhere in the middle of it now. I don't know what Vlogmas this is going to be, but it's going to be probably, if not this week, next week, he should be posting it. So, and it's one that's been long time coming. So obviously you guys have seen the R1M, you guys have seen our build series, you guys have seen some of the CX6 giveaway. So if you haven't, go check out infamouzculture.com for your chance to win a 2024 CX6 KRT. All yours. You know, it's 1 out of 200. So your odds are with you, and you never know. You never know. That bike, instead of being in my garage, could be in your garage, could be in your possession. You can have the key, everything. So all the good luck to all the guys that already entered. Everybody that's planning on entering, I would suggest for you guys to go ahead and do so. And the sooner it gets pretty much filled, the quicker it will go. So it's now we're gonna do something that it's been a long time coming. I know the guys from Infamouz Culture have been really wanting me to do this. It's just I've had to take priority on other things. But finally, the day is here, the time is here. We have it obviously on the lift. If you guys have been keeping up, you guys know that the bike has a full Acra on it, full titanium Acropovic exhaust. It has the air filter on it, the Sprint P08 F1. Manny, he's the guy that I've been dealing with for years now, and he's always steered me in the right direction, you know. And even for the blade, I feel like if you guys haven't seen it, he supplied a lot of our maintenance parts for it, like I believe our brake pads, stuff like that. So yeah, huge shout out to Manny, motormiller.com. Go ahead and check him out. But yeah, he's the one that we got the full carbon tank on it. So it's a 2023 M1K with a full carbon fiber tank. And now it's going to be a 2023 M1K with a flash. So, whoop. There you go. Let me see if I did it right. There you go. So huge shout out to BT Moto brand. So for the process that I mentioned, it's not that hard. All you got to do, and like I mentioned, once you reach out to him, he's going to give you a step-by-step. So I'm just going to give you a little rundown. You get the handheld, you plug it up to the computer. So use the USB to this connector. And once you plug it to the computer, don't go through the computer, go through the handheld. You're going to see where it says, I believe it says reset. And once you go to reset, you just gotta make sure you do this during his business hours, just because he has to give you a code. Once you hit reset on this, you're gonna have a code on the handheld, and that code you gotta email it to him. Once you email it to him, he should get back to you with a code that you put on here that pretty much resets the handheld. So just be mindful of that, because you have to leave it on. So just go ahead and do this during the day, and able to, you know, maybe wait like an hour or so, depending on, I know he's a busy man, so depending on how quickly he gets back to you, shouldn't take more than 2 hours, I believe. He's going to send you that code. Once he sends you that code, put it in here, and it's going to tell you to go ahead and update the handheld. Just go ahead and update the handheld, update the software, and once you do that, it's pretty much you have a how do you say it, a brand new handheld. You know, it's been wiped, so now you can go ahead and use it on your new motorcycle. So once you go through the process, like I mentioned, you went through the update, and now unplug it and let's take it to the bike. Now once you're in the bike, this one's honestly easier than the R1M. If you guys haven't seen the video, you have to remove pretty much the seat. You got to remove a little plastic kind of like bracket deal right here underneath the seat. So it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't take that long, but you do have to take a few things out. Pop it up, and it's just being held right here by these little, I don't know if you can see, but like, see little tabs going to these little grommets on either side. Once I get out the way, it's right here. It's literally the connector On the left side, on the edge, you have 2 clips. Just press them in on either side and it'll pop out. And as you can see, it has this connector, which is the same as my previous connector. So let me go ahead and put the, and like I mentioned, so just like the R1M, we're gonna go ahead and read the bike first, so we get that original file off the bike, and we could go ahead and send it to Brent. So okay, now you go ahead and plug in your handheld to your laptop. Once you do that, you open up the My Genius client and pretty much go through the process of saving that file onto your computer. There you go, file successfully sent. So now I'm going to go ahead and get that file, send it over through to him, and we'll catch you back whenever he sends it. So I guess I spoke too soon. It looks like Bren was still in the office and was able to send the file over. So I just got the notification, I just got the email. So now it's time to download the file from the Brent BT Moto website onto the computer and then onto the handheld. So okay, now that I downloaded the file from the website, it's on my computer. Now it's time to plug in the handheld back onto the computer. Now that it's uploading to the handheld, in a short minutes or a few seconds, I don't know, depending on your computer, I guess, it should take seconds. You'll be able to have it on your handheld and transfer it to the back to the bike. So, and now that it's on the handheld, we're gonna go ahead, and I already had the plug still. Honestly, I think I blinked and missed it whenever Brent saw the file sent, because he got back to me super quick. I was surprised, just not because it was later in the day. Honestly, I was trying to make the math on the time difference, because I know he's somewhere on the East Coast and I know they're ahead of us. So I just thought that he was out of the office. But like I mentioned, luckily he forgot, you know, some paperwork or something, and saw my email all last second and was able to send the file over. So we got it now. I'm gonna go ahead, I already plugged it in. I'm gonna go ahead and hit where it says work on the tool. I'm gonna go hit writing, and it says info, the tuning file. So pretty much that's the new file that we're gonna be installing. And it says wait, operation in progress. Same thing, you're gonna run through all the steps on it. So it says same thing with the battery tender, you know. I'm gonna go hit okay, and then just go through the settings or the directions. It says switch on the dashboard, so I did that. I'm gonna hit okay. So starting communications, just communicating now with the bike. Just identifying the ECU, please wait, work in progress. So this, I feel like it's already writing the file onto the bike, it looks like. Either that or still communicating, one of the two, but it's work in progress pretty much. So I'm pretty excited. One other thing that this is gonna be able to allow us to do is finally remove the servo cables, which is that little motor where it has those 2 cables that went to the stock exhaust that open and close the valve, to where after a certain RPM it'll fully open it, so it'll allow all the exhaust go through there, and under a certain RPM it'll semi-close it. I don't know if it's, I can't remember exactly what it is, emissions or sound, stuff like that, but it's another restriction that the bike had. But I didn't want to take out those cables of the motor, because it throws, it says switch off the dashboard. So let me switch it off, switch it back on. So now it says ECU programming. So now I think it's writing it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this to the side. But yeah, like I mentioned, I didn't want to take it off, just because if you take it off and unplug it, it's going to go ahead and tell the computer, you know, there's something going on. But once it's tuned, flashed, that's one thing that once you get it flashed, I guess Brent already goes into the computer and takes away that, I guess, that programming from the servo, so your check engine light doesn't come on. So that's one thing that I'm probably going to be working on right now. Barely tell, but it's writing the code on it right now, or sorry, writing the new file that Brent sent over to the bike. So this is going to take a few minutes, probably a good 5 or 5 to 10 minutes, I would say, at the most. I got some parts that I haven't installed yet, that I'm probably going to thug it out and try to install it right now myself on the bike. So you guys don't, you know, stay tuned for that. Obviously, I want to take this bike out and rerun the Blade. That's one bike that I feel like was the closest competition to this bike. The older M, honestly, it falls short a little bit, unfortunately. It was more of a track bike. But this bike, I mean, I'm kind of excited to see the difference between, because I mean, the Blade and this one were pretty close. It's still a clear winner with the 2023 M1K compared to the Blade, but now I want to see the huge difference. So hopefully we'll get, you know, that going this weekend, and you guys can kind of see that. So okay, now that it read the file, it's asking for the dashboard to be off, so I turn it off. I hit OK, switch it on, I hit OK, starting communication. So we're almost done, guys. Switch it back off, hit OK. Writing ECU completed. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna hit OK for the last time. It says wait, analyzing login progress. So now our 2023 BMW M1000RR is finally stage 2 flashed. So now it's just getting it out there, riding it, you know, seeing. I feel like the bike was already, if you guys seen it, you know, wheelies crazy good, even without the flash. It has good top end, has good mid range. I feel like with the flash, it's just gonna make it a lot smoother. And I think on the big end, it's going to de-restrict a little bit on the big end. But I mean, only riding it we'll be able to see and tell. So if you guys want to see that, stay tuned. I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I feel like it might have to wait till the weekend. So it's going to be probably, today's what, Monday? So it might be the next 4 to 5 days, give or take. If you guys want to, hold on, I'm just giving you a little sneak peek. And if you guys don't know this, but Mona Lisa is a full carbon build that we did when the new 2020 BMWs came out, the S1000RRs M package. So it has a full carbon, it's just like this bike with the carbon gas tank. That one has a carbon gas tank, has carbon subframe, and one thing that you guys probably don't know, haven't noticed, and we haven't really talked about, it has one of these. So obviously this is from Full 6. Badass little packaging that they have. And again, once again, shout out to Manny from Moto Million. So he always comes in clutch, but this is a carbon kickstand. So this is going to be the next addition to this bike. So yeah, you guys don't want to miss that. I'm about to go ahead and get started on it, but for the meantime, appreciate you kind of staying this long. Like I mentioned, I'm really excited. We got back on the 2023 M1K train, and you know, back on to working on the bike. So I know some of you guys probably missed it, so I'm pretty much gonna cut it here. You guys don't want to miss the next episode when this goes on, so stay tuned. Appreciate ya. Peace.